Alafu washenzi wengine wanasema ati Kasongo Ruto must go. Kuma ni na Zenu ambao wanasema hivyo.
Farah, who once said that he would slaughter and unalive hundreds of Gen Zs during the Reject Finance Bill and Occupy Parliament and State House protests with the chants of Ruto must go, has now come to insult those criticizing Ruto's regime as Kuma Mama Zenu. Now, if you understand Swahili, you know that what it means, and it is not a very slight insult. Anyway, listen to him.
Alafu washenzi wengine wanasema ati Kasongo Ruto must go. Kuma ni na Zenu ambao wanasema hivyo. Kwani amekaa kwa kiti ya mama yako ama baba yako? Amekaa kwa kiti yetu sisi na tutamchagua, tutamrudisha with 99% from the Eastern Province, Upper Eastern, wafugaji wote, na nyinyi mtaniahidi mtanipa mimi 99% ama 100%. Mtanipa ngapi? Mtanipa ngapi? Mheshimiwa Rais, nataka usikie hii. Initiate programs katika constituency yangu.
Now, in that very same day, very same venue, even the president himself addressed the rally. Instead of criticizing or condemning what Farah did say in front of the multitudes, what did President say? That parents should continue teaching the youth good morals, respect, because they seem to be indisciplined. My question is, was the president ears so closed when Farah was peddling such a heavy insult to those who are criticizing his regime? If we are to look up to people whom we should actually emulate in terms of respect and morality, what moral authority does the president have to tell us to respect him? And what moral authority will he even have to respect leaders such as Farah? It is not a heavy, it is not an easy thing to just come and brush us off like we didn't listen to what Farah said. Just the other day, he was ready to unalive Gen Zs and millennials who were demonstrating against the brutality and ruthlessness of this regime, whereby you get to speak and the next minute you are abducted. Even in the Moi era, we used to see cartoonists as a Stano who could criticize the government using cartoons and nobody abducted them. Now, if you come to criticize the government and say Ruto must go, look at what kind of insults you attracted to Kuma Mama Zenu. Honestly, it doesn't augur well. Everything is sliding for this government. Listen to what President Ruto was saying even after Farah peddled this kind of insult.
Na mimi nataka niwaulize viongozi wale ambao wana encourage hawa vijana. I want to tell leaders, let us not encourage our young people, the young people of Kenya, to do the wrong things, to acquire the wrong morals, or to acquire the wrong characters. They will become dangerous in the end. Not to the leaders that they are abusing today, not to the next people. They will also become a danger to themselves.
Now, adding on to this, Mumia's East MP Peter K. Salasia has told the president the only way to attract respect to Kenyans is by you also respecting them. He also pushed for the appointment of the IEBC commissioners because the time is fast running and we are gearing towards the elections. For heaven's sake, we have other constituencies that need to do by elections. The lack of constitution for the IEBC makes it difficult for development to trickle down these constituencies. PK Salazia also wants faith-based institutions to be given opportunity to give a representative on the IEBC commission that will be formed in the coming days.
Sisi tunajua mambo yetu ya IBC. Tunajua Mheshimiwa Rais tunakupatia heshima. Lakini usipofanyia yale Wakenya wanataka, Wakenya watakupatia heshima. Maneno ya IBC mmeungana na Raila Amolo Odinga. Na nyinyi mlikuwa mmeleta ile sheria ati nyinyi ndio mnaonominate wale ambao wanakuja kuwa katika commission ya IBC. Na saa hii mmebadilisha, mnasema mnaleta mambo ya broad based government. Na sasa uongozi ambao iko ni uongozi ambao inafinya Mkenya wa sasa. Hakuna mpango ati ya overstay ndio mnajua ati ifike miaka 2 mseme ati commissioners hawajaingia pale. Tunataka kanisa ipatiwe nafasi ya kuchoose the commissioners wa IBC. Tunataka wa ACK watoe mtu mmoja, wale wa Islam watoe mtu mmoja, wale wa Catholic watoe mtu mmoja, hata Wahindi watoe mtu mmoja.
Didmus Baraza has once again criticized Governor George Natembeya over his continuous criticism towards the National Assembly Speaker Moses Masika Wetangula, saying instead of criticizing Wetangula, he should be working and filling the gaps that Moses Wetangula left. He also took this opportunity to launch his bid and shown interest to vie for gubernatorial seat for Bungoma County come the year 2027.
Mimi ningependa kuambia Governor Natembeya ambaye ni ndugu yangu mkubwa kwamba wewe ukikuwa na nafasi kama governor ya Trans Nzoia, tumia nguvu yako, tumia akili yako kufanya ile ambayo unaona Mheshimiwa Wetangula hakufanya. Sababu Kenya hii ambayo tuko sio wakati saa hii ya kurumbana, ni wakati ya kuweka akili yetu pamoja ili tuwasaidie wananchi wetu wa kawaida hawa. Kwa hivyo mimi nikiwa kama mbunge wa Kimilili na mimi nataka kuwa governor ya Bungoma, I cannot waste time discussing Musalia Mudavadi. I cannot waste time discussing Moses Wetangula. I will use the resources that government of Kenya has given me to improve the life of the Kenyan people.
Edwin Sifuna, the Secretary General for the ODM party, has now said that the ODM shall remain a defender of democracy, fairness and equity. Now, how far from or close to the truth is this statement? Because we already know that the ODM is already in bed with the government, with the oppressive Ruto's regime. To an extent, even some of its members are now offering a clean bill of health to this regime, saying that Ruto is the best president. He is governing so nicely.
Given the significance of the year ahead, we want to assure our members and the public at large that ODM shall remain a force for good. We shall remain the foremost defender of democracy with all its attendant freedoms and full participation of the people, transparency, good governance, justice, fairness and equity. These are the values upon which this party was founded and must remain our guiding star in all engagements with issues affecting the people.
From time immemorial, we remember these strong ODM members have been criticizing the government for the ill-givings, for the oppressiveness. But right now, the tune is changing. I will now, to this point, agree with the latest interview of Moses Kuria in Citizen TV, whereby he called John Mbadi, he called Ali Hassan Joho, he called Wycliffe Oparanya, and he called them hypocrites. Why? It is at one point that someone like Oparanya was once criticizing the Hustler Fund. Right now, he's the CS in the cooperatives. He is pushing for that Hustler Fund, saying it is a good thing. Hassan Joho once said that never in his entire life, maybe he's only mad that he could work with William Samoei Ruto. Today, he's the CS for mining and blue economy. Yeah. So on so forth. There's more I could mention in these. But now, you could see clearly that these politicians, they always unite against the common mwananchi. And that is why even this delay for the formation of the IEBC. I mean, why is it that difficult to expedite this case in courts as a matter of national interest, to make sure that the constituencies that have no members of parliament, MCAs, or whatever places by elections need to take place, it is done swiftly? Even going ahead to 2027, these are delay tactics so that these Gen Zs who are eligible to vote not get ample time to register for voters card and get that voters ID so that they could so early in the morning take Kasongo Zakayo back to Sugoi. Anyway, What's your thought? Give me your take in the comment section below. If you're watching from our YouTube channel, kindly consider subscribing and press the notification button. So anytime that we are live or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. Ahmed Khalib is my name for the Unscripted Talks here in Durb Radio. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, Durb Radio ndio mpango mzima.